brilliant speed with vibrant service, vibrant broadband internet.
It is 10:30, and there's no computers, laptops being run today, so we'll just have to turn it over to these two, I guess.
Well, yeah, welcome to Vibrant You Live. My name is Shane.
And I'm Jane.
And it's us two today. Tonight,
It's the Shane and Jane show.
it's the Shane and Jane show today.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And Woody including.
It doesn't hardly get any better than that, right?
That's
Woohoo.
for sure. Tonight we have our Dreaming of Streaming at Meeker Energy. That's next to the Sure Stay on East Highway 12. It starts at 5:30. We'll mention that at the end of the show as a reminder. But a lot of changes have been happening in the streaming world. Some good, some maybe not so good. But here's the deal. Streaming is here to stay. Yeah, you can still get some television with an antenna, but having great internet is connected to having great television entertainment. So today we are going to talk a little bit about streaming services and some updates. So streaming prices are going up, but so is cable. Streaming still wins, and here's why. You are still in control. There's no contracts, there's no equipment rentals, no cancellation fees. You can cancel at any time, rotate services month to month. You can't do that with cable. Pay for what you actually watch. So, like, instead of a $180 cable bill, you can choose, say, Netflix for a month. Netflix is like $20 a month, right? Choose that for a month or two, watch what you want to watch on there, then switch to Hulu and watch that the next couple months. So, you know, you're not stuck paying that $180 every month.
Mm-hmm.
You might pay, you know, subscribe to 3 or 4 services, switch them out. So that puts you in control. So, like, I like to watch pro football. So I'm a pro football fan, NFL, play a lot of fantasy leagues. And I know you do too, Woody. You'd like to play some
One
fantasy
league
leagues.
anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, I'll start my live TV subscription in August during the preseason, and then after the Super Bowl, I cancel it. So I'm saving 5 months worth of, you know, paying that because I don't watch any other live TV really. It's more on demand is what I do. So I mean, there's ways to save that way. You know, and so even as prices go up, households are still spending less on streaming than on traditional TV packages like with cable and satellite. So streaming kind of, like I say, puts you in charge of the bill.
Right. There are cheaper options as well. I like to use the word less expensive, but cheaper. We're going with cheaper right now. So they still exist, and how you can get them less expensive is through ad-supported plans. They're widely available and very affordable. Not sure if you like that, but you know, you pay for what you get, right? And then many services often provide $5 to $10 a month plans around ads. So if you want to save money, you can spend or save less, $5 to $10. Oh my gosh, I'm not saying this right. You can save $5 to $10 if you choose to go with an ad. There we go. And then bundling. So like we have Disney Plus, Hulu Live, and ESPN, and we bundle that and we save money because of that bundle. And then you can also build upon your setup for building the full streaming in situation, and it's still going to be less than cable as long as you're okay with watching ads. And then you're going to pay premium pricing for ad-free, but again, there's budgets also available. And like we've said multiple times, you're going to get way more content, and there's thousands and thousands of shows and TVs, or thousands of movies on demand. If you were watching Fox News this morning, they were talking about multi-million-dollar deals and how many how much original content that they have been utilizing. So if you watch that, that's what they're talking about. And the other thing is, you control your schedule. You are not tied to sitting down and watching Wheel of Fortune at 6 o'clock in the. You know, you can watch it whenever you want to watch it. And then cable might give you channels, but streaming gives you the control. So yes, pricing is creeping up, but comparable to cable, there are far more opportunities going with streaming than there is with cable as far as flexibility, affordability, and mobility as well.
And because prices are going up, companies are getting creative with ads and bundles, which actually opens up ways to save even more. So ad-supported tiers are now available in almost every platform, like even Netflix, Prime, and Disney. So when Jane's talking
Even though
about
they're competitors?
yeah, so like when Jane's talking about watching the ads, the ad-free, like if you subscribe to something like DirecTV or YouTube TV, you're still going to get ads, even though you're paying like cable,
live.
right? Because it's live TV. However, when you subscribe to Netflix, for example, and you pay the $20 a month, you watch a movie and there's no ads in that movie. However, they do have a tier that is, say, $10 a month or $9 a month, and then there's ads. So if you watch a 2-hour movie, it's gonna have ad breaks in that movie. So that's what Jane's talking about with ads. And bundles, the bundles are like Jane had mentioned. There's Disney Plus, there's Hulu, ESPN. That bundle can save you $10 to $15 a month over buying each one of those separately. So that's how you can save there. And then each service has what they call skinny bundles. And I'm talking about DirecTV, YouTube TV, Fubo. They have what they call skinny bundles or genre packs. And what that means is you're going to get less channels, but it's going to save you, it could save you anywhere from $10 to $25 a month over their standard packages. So for example, YouTube TV, the regular YouTube TV is, say, I think it's $83 a month, right? Well, you can get a sports package with them, and it's $67 a month. I'm not giving exact prices, but you can save about $20 a month that way. And some of them even offer local channels in those packages. So, this is something new because it used to not be that way. They used to have packages without local channels that would save you the money, but some of these, like especially the sports packages, they'll include local channels because a lot of sports are played on those channels. So that's a way to save as well. Going back to the ads on streaming so far are different than like what you see on your regular television. Your regular television ads, he takes a break and then they're kind of random ads that kind of appeal to everybody in the U.S. because it's nationwide. And then there's a few local affiliate ads. Well, ads on streaming services are tailored kind of more towards you. And they're also shorter breaks. And then you'll see a little countdown in the corner. Like you'll see, okay, 90 seconds. So there's going to be about 3 ads. Okay. Gives you an excuse to run to the fridge real quick.
No, absolutely.
Like, I can get back to my show in 90 seconds, right?
Yep.
So they're a little bit different that way.
So we're talking about consolidations and merging, is it good or bad? One thing that I do like is when we have that combined package of ESPN, Hulu Plus, that kind of stuff. I'm in Hulu and I can watch all of that content and I don't have to go into a different app. It's all right there. So it's that merging part of it, and that's what I really enjoy. So the other thing is because of that, you might not need as many apps because they're starting to combine, which I think is great. And then the other thing is, there's that fatigue, that combining streaming platforms, it reduces the app fatigue. You don't have to decide, in a sense.
Well, there's a lot of times, like if I'm watching a show, it's like, okay, what was that on? Was that on Prime or was that on Paramount? And then I forget. I open up Prime and I can't find it there. It's like, where is that show? Of course, then at that point, I use the Roku search function, and then I can get right there. Right.
Well, let's top it off. I was watching a movie that I and it was ad based. Hannah walks in and she goes, "Why are you watching that? You can watch that without ads on this." And I'm like, "Go away." So it's just right? It's like you really got to know what you're doing.
I know.
So the other part of this is, so if you have fewer platforms, right, you're going to have less competition, and that can lead to price increasing as well. So that's something to kind of be aware of. And then having everything in one platform starts to actually look more like cable TV, bigger packages, fewer, less expensive options. It's like you leave cable and then cable follows you.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're trying to bring the cable back into cable, in the streaming packages. And it's just something to watch out for. I mean, right now it's way better deal, but you get. So let's say, as an example, what Jane's saying is that as these places merge, like Paramount, I think has been bought out by who was it?
Who knows?
Netflix was going to buy them.
And the Fubus and
Right. So then that whole catalog goes into the one app. So like Jane says, you go to Disney and you can see all the Hulu stuff from the Disney app. You don't have to exit that app, which is convenient and simple, right? But then at some point there could be less choice out there, which means that they kind of got you hooked, and then they could raise prices at that point. We're not there yet, but
And I think it goes down to pain points, right? Are you happy with what you have? Do you get irritated? Is that programming great for you? And then people don't leave, right? I mean,
and it's not always about saving money. It's sometimes it's about
happy with what you have.
Yeah, getting the entertainment you want, right? And there's so much to watch right now. I mean, Netflix and Hulu, they just have dropped kind of the major shows coming up. There's going to be a new Stranger Things. I think it's the season 5.
Oh boy!
Finale. And I know you may not know what that is, but people out there may.
Oh.
3 Body Problem, which is another sci-fi one, and that one's a mind bender.
Are you into sci-fi? I am.
Yeah, I'm into sci-fi.
Do-do-do.
I know.
Do-do-do-do.
And then there's a heavy push into franchise content, like the Marvel and Star Wars sequels, like the Mandalorian movie coming out. I think it's next Friday.
Are you into those too?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am. That's all sci-fi.
Is there anything he's not into?
White wine.
Well,
yeah, white wine. We talked about that.
We were just talking about it.
So there's that, and there's a lot of nostalgia and classic movies that are retaining subscribers as well. You can think about, I'd like to watch that Bullet, 72 that came out, 74, something like that.
Something like that.
So,
I laugh because that's one of my husband's favorite
Is
movies.
it really?
Well, yeah, you can, what is it? He
Steve
can
McQueen?
drop the clutch, third, what is it? He burns rubber on the second gear rubber. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
So they're flooding with us with all these options so we don't cancel, right? And then, sports is another one that is huge on streaming.
FanDuel just became the official betting partner of Formula One. Pretty interesting, right? So now you can have betting odds and content and watch it while you're betting.
But they dropped the Wild.
Yeah, FanDuel did drop the Wild. And there's a lot of changes going on with FanDuel.
Yep.
Yeah, between the Twins and the Wild, and we don't know what the Wolves are going to do.
Right. I know. Everything changes, right, Woody?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you some questions. So how many streaming services do you actually have, and how many do you pay for right now? I know you have DirecTV.
3.
3? Okay. And would you watch ad-based TV to save money?
I have never watched anything but, really.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's,
yeah,
Why?
you're used to it.
it's all
At
right.
got,
my age, I have just no. There's no reason for me to think that I
You're doing
can't wait
dishes.
60 seconds for the show to return again. It's only 60 seconds.
And then have you done binge watching where you've canceled something and then gone into a different service to watch some type of series and then...
The only time I've ever done that is when I was wanting a or several in a row sports events, maybe one on a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever, and then I cancel it at the end.
Okay.
That's the only
Jane, how about you?
I, if I cancel something, my daughters will like, did you cancel that? And I'll be like, yeah. And then, I was watching blah, blah, blah. So then I end up then it comes back. So I don't know how many we have. I would probably deem us as the quote couch potatoes because my children of love just know what they want.
When the empty nest happens, then you can.
Yeah, then you can,
hey, they're not. I mean, like Hannah still lives at home, but they still have access to the streaming stuff, because they'll mirror, like they'll log into on their phone and then they'll mirror it onto the TV. So then they get all the Minnesota stuff. So anyway, yep.
I subscribe to, I think 5. I want to say Netflix, Paramount Plus, Peacock, Disney Plus.
There's a lot.
And then Hulu,
and then
but not the live
Prime,
one, just the
Amazon
regular.
Prime. Do you have Amazon?
Did I say Prime? I don't know, it could be 6. Yeah, it could be that many.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So anyways, as you can see, streaming is evolving. Prices are going up, platforms are emerging, and companies are competing harder than ever for your attention. But now the question is more, what is it worth paying for, as opposed to what do you want to watch?
Right.
Yeah.
So we are taking a plunge into this tonight. If you just want to come out and enjoy your Wednesday night with us, we are going to be doing the Dreaming of Streaming class, and that's going to be held tonight at Meeker Co-op or Meeker Energy at 5:30. And next Wednesday, we also have the member appreciation and vibrant subscriber appreciation. So come on out for the Watton Hopper pork chops at 4:30 to 7:30. Any questions you have about anything, give us a call, 693-3231, or learn about us at vibrantbroadband.com. Catch the replay on Facebook or YouTube channel. Search for Vibrant Broadband, and then listen live every Wednesday at 10:30 on KLFD.
Yeehaw.
All right. Thank you, Jeff, for having us.
You got it.
Thank you, audience, for listening. My name is Shane.
And I'm Jane.
Tune in next week for another Vibrant You Live.
Brilliant speed with vibrant service. Vibrant broadband internet. Vibrant broadband internet.